Hello and welcome back to the Blades and Banter podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Carney, and I'm joined by Cam Ryder again. Cam, welcome back. This is like your first big episode, I guess. Because you
Yes,
did,
I got my feet wet with South Korea nationals.
and now you're
Now
here
we're,
for in Beijing, China. Like we're live
yes,
from Beijing.
live from Beijing. I feel like
Um,
I'm just gonna have to stick to the Asian. I need like a Japanese competition next. I need to cover
yeah,
all of my bases.
I don't know. I guess next, we'll probably have you on for some sort of Olympic event, I feel like. So you'll
Okay.
be in Europe next.
Oh
So
wow.
that's good.
World
And we're
traveler.
we're in Europe for the rest of the year because Junior
Yeah,
Worlds
worlds are in.
and
Where are
Worlds.
junior worlds?
Actually, JK, I might have totally just messed that up. Wait, Junior Worlds. I thought it was in Europe.
They usually are.
Okay, wait, figure skating. First off, if you're new here, like and subscribe to the podcast and do all that stuff, fun stuff. It's in Estonia, our favorite place
Oh,
that
we're
will
back in
host an event.
Estonia.
We're back. We're back. You thought we were done with Estonia. We're never done with Estonia and the ISU. But
The last pre-Olympic four continents was in Tallinn, Estonia.
oh my
So
God, it was.
yeah, the European four continents.
That's because China was supposed to host that four continents. And
Wow, yeah.
remember they pull out because of COVID.
Yeah, they pulled out of everything except for the Olympics that year because that was the year we had the Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah. What was it? The Grand Prix d'Italiano.
Gran Premio d'Italia.
Yeah. And
Me
we're going
flexing my
back to
two semesters
Italy.
of Italian. Yes.
And we're going back to Italy soon.
So
Wait,
excited.
that is something I just want to say. Oh, first off, I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place all the time. If you're new here, that's nothing new. But Clayton is taking a snow day. He lives in DC, so he's getting hit by a lot of snow right now. I think he's like actually okay. I think he just like wanted a day off, which like we all need a personal health day sometimes. So
Yeah.
he'll be back. Him and I and maybe some other people. I don't know. I haven't planned all these episodes yet, but we're doing our Olympic preview series in the next week and a half. So we're gonna be, I know him and I are doing women tomorrow, and then I need to figure out to get other guests on for the other ones because he's traveling next week too. So
Oh, fun.
I got to figure it out. If you're interested, if anyone's interested, send me a message and maybe we can see if we
Hmm.
can work something out. But um, wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember now what I was gonna say. Um, can you believe the Olympics is the next event? Like,
Insane.
it's
Insane.
crazy.
I'm planning a viewing party for the last day of the team event. And I was like,
Okay.
okay, I have so much time to get prepared, send out invitations, fill out my party phone. And I was like, oh, that's in 2 weeks.
Wait, you're making like little invitations for that? That's so
Like
cute.
I'm doing a particle. It's not a real invitation, but I was figuring out who's coming.
I know, but that's nice. Like you're like making a whole like Eva. Is there like a Facebook page yet for the event? Like, what are we doing?
We're
Because
not going that intense. I'm probably
okay.
just gonna have some people over.
That's
It's
good.
in the morning for me, which is nice. Most of the
Oh
events are in the
yeah.
morning.
I think everything here for us except the first day. The first day is like
Yeah, the
disgusting
first day's a
for
little
us.
wacky.
The first day, I think it's weird because the opening ceremonies are the first day, which is the 6th.
Right, right.
And
Okay.
that's at like it's at like starts at 3 a.m. Eastern for
Yeah, it
us.
starts really late.
Listen, don't worry.
I guess
I'll be
I don't
up.
know when that is Italian time. I suppose it's
It's six
morning in
hours
Italy.
ahead. So 12, it starts at noon their time.
Yeah.
That's good. Listen, I'll be up watching. Don't you
Yes.
worry. Don't you think
Yes.
I'm
We'll
skipping
be there.
anything. We'll be there, regardless if it's at 2 a.m. I was watching this live at 2 a.m. this week. So,
Wow. That's
um,
commitment.
yeah, I just can't believe this season's kind of like flown by, but it also has felt like Cranberry Cup felt like ages ago, but it's the
Yeah.
same year. Do you realize that? Like
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, the whole Challenger series is a
a
distant
blur.
memory. Yeah.
Remember the Shibutanis like were not even in the Challenger series. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't even know. Also, I found an old Leslie Jones clip that was like
Oh, yeah.
she was like recording herself watching the ships from like 2018 and she was like, "Man, if I was like skating with she was like if I was skating with my brother, like I'd have to chop his head off or something like that." And I was like, this might still be relevant.
Yeah, she was given the gift of prophecy there.
She
Like,
knew. Um, anyways, I think let's start out with general thoughts of four
yeah,
continents, and let's do like a comparison to Europeans, because I guess they're supposed to be the equivalent for each other. They kind of aren't.
right. Yeah.
Um, I kind of thought this event delivered a little bit more in a majority of the disciplines, not all of them, but
I agree. I agree. I mean, I think there's like one or two like big exceptions. Like I would say that like
dance
probably yeah, dance was much stronger at
in
Euros, but like
Europeans.
even pairs, like you could argue that the Four Continents field was a little bit more
It was a little, I
interesting,
think
if
it
not
was
stronger.
deeper. It was
Yes.
deeper in that mid-level, which made
Yes,
it a
for
little
sure.
bit more interesting, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, the men and the women, like Jacob Sanchez, who finished eighth place here, was third at Europeans.
Wow.
Like that's crazy. I think, well,
I
who was
mean,
it? Yeah,
yeah, I mean like and that's with like
no
not
quads.
that many people were like out at Europeans. Like
No.
that's
Adam was
just how
out.
those
That's
competitions
about
shook
it.
out. I mean, then Kevin didn't make the free, but
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're right. And then the women's event, I mean, I thought the women's event was up and down for some. It wasn't the
Yeah,
cleanest, but I think
there
it
were real
had
high
there had
highs.
good moments to it that like, were nice endings to the seasons for some people. But
Yes,
um and the Chinese crowd, I feel like is a little bit odd sometimes because
I agree. I agree.
sometimes they're
They're
like
very nationalistic,
yeah,
which
which that's
I get.
fine.
Having gone to a lot of competitions in the US, it's the exact same way in the US. But
Yeah.
it was very pronounced. Like the time I noticed most was like after Boyong's free skate, they were
Mhm.
like not happy with him not being in first. It was
This,
like a
yeah, they were
very
upset.
palpable like silence, which I haven't heard in a minute and is kind of fun to watch as a spectator.
It's kind of like the French a little bit in essence. Like, when the French are
Yeah,
like doing what do they whistle? Is that what they do when they're upset? I think that's what they do.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's that they whistle. And if you watch tennis, I don't know if you watch tennis, but like if you've
I
ever
watch
seen
a little
like
bit.
the Roland Garros crowd, like they
Mm.
are like they are the nastiest crowd for sure, I feel like they are like definitely very nationalistic for their French tennis players, but
Wow.
um yeah. All right, let's dive in. Let's start with
Oh, really quick before we get in,
yes.
one other overall thing. The camera work at this
Oh
event.
God. The
Not a fan.
overhead.
And it was surprising because this is the Olympic arena, right? Like
We've been in
is
this arena 3 times in the past 4 years, by the way.
oh man. And yet they still are doing some weird they're doing like really long crossfades and like really close-ups. And it's just like
And
it
you're a
just
film
wasn't the
guy,
vibe.
right? You're a film dude,
Yeah,
right?
I'm in film school. I'm doing film studies, so like I'm reading about movies more than I'm making them, but
Okay.
even I could tell
Even you could tell. It
I
was
could do a lot better
yeah.
with respect to the crew.
Although they did give us a really good angle of Gia's triple Lutz triple toe in the free skate, which was glorious. So I will say
Mm.
no complaints there.
And
But
I'm a fan of I guess this is true of like most competitions with the winner's chair. You always get some great reactions of like the leader either like on their phone while somebody's like
yeah,
trying to do something or like yeah, those are some good moments.
I kind of like the leaders. I wish they had the top three. I wanted to be the top
Yeah,
three instead of just one. I don't know.
I
I feel
agree.
like that could be even more interesting. Like, remember we had the leaders thing backstage like years ago? Like, I miss that. But now I
Yeah,
want that
like
on
that
the
top
main,
three little booth.
I want them on the mainstream, Like, I want to see it. But okay.
Absolutely.
Well, we could start with the dance now.
Yeah, let's do
Um,
it.
this was a little bit of it was very predictable. Let's just put it that way. Maybe
Yep.
minus the Browns getting third. I thought Fabry and Air could have fought a little bit more close with them to get that to maybe you have a competition more for the bronze, but um
I don't know. I had faith in the Browns. I thought they were going to do it, and
I thought they would have
they
made
laid
it
it
a
down.
little closer. I don't know. But where do you want to start, Cam? I'll let you take it away.
let's let's start at the top. Let's start with Zingis and Kolesnik because I think their trajectory this season has been so amazing to watch, and they just keep getting better and better with every competition. So
They, I'm just
yeah.
so impressed with their ability to like just show the mastery of like their content and like the precision that they have with it, but also like they have that attitude that like they would cut or like cut anyone
Oh
to like
yeah.
get where they need to go, like to do what they need to do to get the job done. Like they're just, and if you look at the marks that they got here, okay, so the panel
Mhm.
was not in their favor because David Molina was the
Oh,
controller. He is
big
very,
I am guy.
very I am. This was not like a panel that was going to help them at all.
I mean, and that's something that influence does show up lower down in the ranks, I think, in
Yeah.
my opinion. But yeah, not a favorable panel for them, and they still just laid it down.
Yeah, like they got, but if you look at some of the scoring that the judges in the free dance, USA 126, Australia 125, Great Britain 126, Bulgaria 125. Like these are competitive scores with like Lila and Lewis, with like some of these
Yeah, those are
Nobreva
some final
Brissell.
group scores.
Those are final group scores. And I'm really wondering where this team is going to look and shape out in Milan because they've had that big upward trajectory. They've made the push. They're going to be likely the final skaters in the penultimate group
Mm.
for the rhythm dance. Um, I'm excited to see where they'll end up because they kind of outskate a lot of these teams and that some of those teams in the final group that they could
Yeah,
definitely overtake, I think.
I agree. I mean, thinking about them at the final, they got they were the lowest ranked skaters at the final, but I could really see them pushing for that top five finish. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously at the final we were missing some teams like Lejoie and Laga
the
and like
Italians.
the Italians, Le Brave and Brissot, but it's gonna be close between all of them. And I think they really are pushing for that top five finish. And it's a big statement that they went to four continents at all.
Yes.
They're the only
Well,
Olympic team members from the US who went to this competition.
well, listen, you got to think it's super smart of them. One, it's a first place for a championship event, so that's going to give them more points. They're getting prize money from this, like
Yeah, I
really
was gonna
good
say they're
prize
getting
money.
money.
Um, they're getting more reputation. You knew they weren't going to make like it was a risk. It was a risk for them to go here though, too, because if they made a mistake, that really could have derailed a lot of momentum that they had built this year. But I think it just shows like how confident they are as a dance team and how assured of themselves they are with their overall ability to deliver.
Yeah. And it shows that Igor is a game player.
He
Like,
knows. He knows how to play the game.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Did you have any final thoughts on Zigis and Kolesnik? I feel like
I wouldn't mind if Vadim got some highlights. I think his hair is
okay.
very, very dark.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I have to say, you and I were messaging about this
Yeah.
last night. I kind of feel like Caroline Green and Michael Parsons should have been above the Browns in the free dance.
Yeah, we
Um,
were texting about this. So for context, I went to US Nationals. I saw the free dance live,
yeah,
and the Browns free dance in person is a moment.
it
And I
is
can
very cool.
understand like getting swept up in that. On my first watch of the free dance, I was totally in line with the judges. I was like, yeah, put the Browns in the lead in the free dance, but put Green and Parsons in the lead overall. Upon a rewatch, though, I'm more in line with what you think. I think that Green and Parsons have an edge overall. They just have more of a command of the ice than the
It
Browns do,
just,
mostly just because the Browns are younger.
yeah. And I think you could really tell with the Browns that there was just a real lack of the ice coverage and speed. It really was glaring, I felt, on at least the camera view from the Chinese, like the ISU feed. And
Mm,
I know Michael was a little tight in the middle on like the 1 foot turns.
yeah.
It wasn't bad, but you could just tell, like if you have a trained eye, you could just tell there were some spots where he was a little bit dicey. But I thought like as the program progressed, like I thought Caroline was like really attacking the program the
Yes.
whole time.
Yes.
Like, and she knew she needed to compensate a little bit for, the error that Michael had. But
hmm
in that
I think their
program,
free dance is
yeah.
also structured better. Like, I think
Yes.
it builds more effectively than the Browns does, because with the Browns, you end on like the slower music, and it just
Hmm.
doesn't quite have that like wow moment at the end, like the Caroline Green and
Yeah.
Michael Parsons do.
And I have to say, I hated the Carolina Michael free dance to start the year. Really hated it. Like, was a big
Watch
anti.
it.
I know, I know. I listen, I know.
Watch out.
I was eating it up here. It was so good.
I'm glad you
Um,
finally got some taste. I can
yeah,
appreciate that.
listen, I'm Team Carol. I want them to continue. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want them.
I really hope so. Yeah.
I know Michael's a little bit older. I think he's 29 or something, right?
Oh, I think he's in his 30s by this point.
Michael, what is his name? Michael
Michael
Parsons.
Parsons.
Okay. Michael
Um,
Parsons' age. Let's look. Okay, I don't
well,
care about this football player.
Michael Parsons figure
Oh, he's
skating.
30. He's 30. Okay.
He is 30. Okay.
Listen,
Listen, our Olympic champions are probably going to be like in their 30s.
36. All right. We can do it. Michael, come on.
Let's
Um,
get it together, Michael. You can do this. I don't care how many knee replacements and hip replacements you need to get.
okay, I will say if they are going to stay with Charlie or not Charlie, Tanith
Very much
and
not Charlie.
very much not Charlie. If they're going to stay with Tanith and Greg, I don't know if Greg listens, but Greg, let them get some outside choreography next year. Um, I think it would be wise. I like some of
Yeah,
your vehicles, but I think sometimes they've kind of been kept in like I think the past quad, I think they've had vehicles that have not been so conducive to like their voice as
I don't know
skaters.
if I don't know if I agree with that, but I think they've done very similar free dances. Like
Yeah.
the 2022 last year's and this year's are all kind of in the same like vibe. And I think that the rhythm dance, I really
Well,
am
the
not a
rhythm dance
fan of their
isn't
rhythm
their
dance.
it's not their fault.
But
It's
what
this
is their
theme.
fault is like the costuming choice. Caroline Green, I love her to death. But the
Okay.
silhouette of that costume is very 60s. Like you have like the high neck, like it's a very like 60s cut for like a 90s program, and it just doesn't quite work. Whereas I think some of the other teams have made it work better.
Yeah.
So I
It's a
think like,
hard, it's
yeah,
a hard I'm not blaming a lot of these skaters on the rhythm dances. It's tough. All right. I don't
yeah,
put the blame on them for this.
yeah.
Um, yeah, the Browns too, I think for the future for them, I think they need to spend a lot of time like on the overall stroking and power of their skating. I think that's really going to make a huge, if they want to make a big push um forward, especially in this like tight-knit group of US dance teams where I think you're gonna have some teams moving up in the next couple of years. I think that's gonna be huge for them to like see the overall improvements. I think they've done a good job making themselves stand out a little bit with their program choices.
Yes.
Um, they definitely have some work, but they definitely are not a team that I would say is like look like on a downward trajectory. I think they've definitely pushed themselves up a lot this year with
Yeah.
their showings.
Yeah,
So
this season has definitely helped their trajectory a lot. I think they have really great depth of edge. I think their knees are quite good.
yeah,
But that speed, I think, does need to improve. I'm
and they'll know
excited
that.
to, yeah. I think like they could also, now that they have more success, I think they could up the like costume budget a little bit, like
Yeah,
really just improve that overall packaging to make them, if you look like a top level team, the judges will mark you like a top level
yeah,
team. So,
yeah.
but I do think they are on an upward trajectory, and I really hope that they are making more championship teams in the next quad.
I wonder if they'll make the move to IM full time, or if they consider maybe like I don't know if they would go to Scott's school just because they have Krim Ponomarenko. Um,
Yeah.
but once Chalk and Bates are gone, who does Montreal have that's a top US team? They don't.
Yeah,
They
it'll be
don't.
interesting if because Carrera and Ponomarenko have such a close relationship, both with Scott and with Maddie. I don't see them
Yeah, I don't see them
moving.
moving.
Maybe
Um,
there is an open slot for US dance team in
and
Montreal.
Zingis and Klesnik are not going to leave Igor.
No, absolutely
Um,
not.
and Green and Parsons could make the move, but I feel like they're very committed to Tanith and Greg.
I mean, they were like Tanith and Greg's first team, really.
Yeah. So I think
So,
they've bought I think they're very bought into that, and it's not I don't think they've done bad work with them either. So I think but one team that is at IM that I think has kind of taken a downward spiral since their junior years definitely has been Lim and Quan for me. I
mm,
think I mean obviously they have the very obvious mistake in the free dance or the sorry, the well technically both, but in the rhythm dance he had
yeah,
the
his twizzle was
his
kind of all over the
twizzle.
place.
Then he had kind of the same air in the free dance. I think there was a mistake on the twizzle again from him.
Yeah.
Um, I just kind of felt like they've kind of been very generic a little bit over the past couple of years, and I don't really feel like they've made a lot of improvements, like trajectory pushing up. It could be because this ice dance field is so saturated and they just are kind of waiting their turn, but I've kind of felt like they've been stagnant for a couple of years. I don't know if you feel the same way, but
I don't know if I'd say stagnant. I just don't know if their material has been the right choice. I think they got a lot of comparisons when they did Umbrellas of Cherbourg,
yes.
obviously, to Tessa and Scott. But really, I think that Hannah Lim is more of a Caitlin Weaver than she is a Tessa Virtue.
She is so dynamic. Like she's so dynamic that I feel like she really should be like up there within the top 10 of these ice dancers, just with the ability that she's able to perform. I don't know if
Yeah.
the two of them really have like a chemistry together that like
Yeah,
is
I think
conducive.
they're both good, I think, but they're good in different ways. Like Ye is
Mhm.
very like solid and like
Consistent, stable.
yes, and Hannah is more of like what you would think of as like the flower, like the presentational version. But I think that like they just don't quite work together as a team
Hmm.
necessarily. And I don't think this material benefits them at all. With particularly in the free dance with the costuming, like they just look so opposite. And
Yeah,
Ye's costuming does for somebody who is maybe a little bit stiffer, like the boxiness of the suit doesn't necessarily
doesn't
help.
flatter. Yeah. Um, I will say with the free dance, when they started the free dance this season, it wasn't even like a program about the program wasn't even about like the soldier and like the
Yeah,
lover. It was just like a nice, very nice music, which I thought worked way better. But then I started adding in this whole soldier plot line and they added like different music effects to it. And it's kind of cheapened the whole experience for me as a
it's a
viewer.
lot. It's a lot.
It's a little bit too much.
Yes.
Their rhythm dance is cool. They do the Men in Black. Like that's very it's different from what we've seen this year.
Yes, that is true. We don't see too many teams going like the pop culture route. They've
Yeah.
mostly gone like a music artist or like
Yeah.
a vibe rather than like referencing a specific movie. So it does think that works and it helps them stand out. But I'm also curious like what happens to them next quad because they don't have any competition within Korea. They're gonna keep
I
making
know.
teams. They're gonna keep showing up at Worlds and Four Continents, but I'm will they start to make a push for that top 10? It'll be tough.
I wonder if like a lack of a rival right now like kind of hurts them a little bit. Like I think maybe they should maybe try to find someone and try to maybe kind of create some sort of motivation. I don't know what what's going on internally with them, but I think like that could be something that they could do. But
Honestly, I wish like some of the European countries do like the four nationals thing. I wish like Japan, China, and South Korea would do like a regional dance nationals, which would help like
oh, that would be cool.
yeah, if you get like Utana and Messiah, and if you found like Holly and
Akira
Jason and like Hannah,
Kushida,
yeah, exactly. And
shout
Rika
outs should have been
Kihira.
here. Shout out to Akira. Would have loved to see her at Four Continents. I'm not happy about that, but
Mm.
um yeah.
But yeah, I do
Okay.
think they need more of that pushing. And
Yeah.
if they can't find a domestic rival, I think a rivalry is always good for competition.
I would like to see maybe like a I'd like to see maybe, I know they've been doing this, they had Kinoshita Cup this year, but I'd like to see some more Asian challenger events maybe spread out throughout the year.
Yes, for
I know
sure.
they had Kinoshita this year, but I would like to see maybe like one more for some
And
other.
there is like the Asian Winter Games, but that doesn't necessarily have the same prestige. It's not in the Challenger series, right? So
Yeah.
like,
And they have caps on the amount of people you can send to those.
mm,
So that would be something I'd like to see changed. Um, Fabri and Air and Harrison Chan wrapping up the dance. I'm gonna be quite honest. I watched the free dance once for both of these teams. I thought they skated it very nice. I kind of feel like, well, I feel like Harrison Chan will be around like 19th place at the Olympics and maybe 17th, 16th, or sorry, 18th. But and then
Group one.
Fabri, yeah, group one. And then Fabri and Air, I think it was just a really nice end of the season, allowing them to kind of regroup going into the next quad.
Yep, I agree.
But
One thing I will say about Harrison Chan, their rhythm dance, again, we've talked about how the rhythm dance in general is not the greatest themes, but their rhythm dance in particular is very 2000s coded and not necessarily 90s coded. They're doing like J-Lo,
who
Anastasia, I Gotta
cares?
Love. I'm picky about it.
Chalk and
Whatever.
Bates are doing a rhythm dance with a, well, aren't they doing a rhythm dance with the music that was like recovered in like 2020 or something like that?
Probably, probably.
There's no rules to this
Yeah.
theme.
I will say I did really like Yoshida and Marita's rhythm dance. I think their rhythm dance
Yeah.
is quite fun.
Yeah. I
Um,
do remember theirs from Chinese Nebelhorn and it was very cool. They
yeah.
do isn't it like the Japanese style
It's like
music?
video game music,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Very
I'm
cool.
sad we're not going to see them in the individual event, honestly, because I do like their free dance too. I'm glad they're going to be in the team event,
They're
and
going to
they
be
probably will get to
Olympic
do,
medalists.
yeah, they're going to get to do both of their programs.
Yeah. I know you wanted to comment on Henson and Liquors, so I'll let you
Yes,
have
I
some
do.
time
I
here.
do. Mostly just about their free dance. I think they're skating to Blues for Kluk, which is a
All-time
piece of
great
music
song.
that's been done many times, but I think that they bring something new to it. Like
Okay.
they just have like something really dynamic in their free dance. They're matched so well. I think they as a team can go really far because they have like an interesting perspective. They're doing somewhat unique programs and like Lily and Nathan both are stars to me. They like
Yes.
have that presentation, they have that charisma. And so I could see them sort of jumping up the ranks in the Canadian national field as the dust sort of settles post Olympics. Like,
Are they with Scott? I forgot. Who are they with?
I don't know. I didn't
Okay,
think they were
let's
with I Am
look.
at all, but
We're gonna look. We're gonna take the. I'm
take a
excited for
moment.
this dance quad for the next for a
I am
lot of
too.
teams.
If, I mean, it'll
They
depend
are
on
with Scott.
how they are. Okay.
Okay,
That's good. That's good.
that's good for them.
And Alicia and Paul are with Montreal, right? They're with I Am
Yes.
Proper.
Yes, with the
Okay.
proper.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then what's it called? I don't know if L'Oreal and Legoc are going to continue, but they definitely have made a big push this year too. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
They're also up there in age. I
Yeah.
would
It'll
not.
be curious to see who retires
Oof.
at the end of the season.
Okay, let's switch over to the women, which I think
Let's do it.
honestly, this was probably like, other than the men's event, this had the moment I think of this season for me, which
The whole
was,
season.
I
Wow.
think so. Don't you think so?
I agree. I just didn't know if you were as into Yuna Aoki as I am.
Okay, well, I love her. I'm not a fan of La La Land, and I think she can do way better than that. But I think she skated incredibly. And I do think this was the moment of the season for me so far.
Yeah.
Um,
That program was
both.
magic. Both programs were magic.
She was
Underscored in the
underscored.
short
Yeah, she should have won the
hugely.
short by a
Yes, I
lot.
agree. I agree.
The jumps, I've never seen her jump so solidly in my
No, she
life.
was locked in. She was
I
gonna,
was like, where are
like, I
these
didn't even
jumps?
question rotations on maybe anything except for the loop on the combo. But like other than that,
Even the loop, I was like, oh, I was like, this is so good.
It was
Um,
easy. It was so easy to watch her.
she made she made it just so easy to be like, wow, she absolutely nailed it. She beat both the girls that are going to the Olympics in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Um, she made an argument that I think they should pool one of the girls and send her to Worlds.
I would not be mad at that.
I think they
I,
should send her to Worlds. Come
especially for a
on.
skater who has questioned retirement a few times, we don't know if this is going to be her last season.
Wait, she
Give her
said
a world
but I
championships.
thought she said she was gonna continue.
Oh, great.
I thought she
Awesome.
said in like an interview, she was like, what did she say? She said something that made it seem like she was continuing. So sorry
I'm
to
so
everyone,
happy right
like,
now.
sorry to everyone. I'm eating my special K bar. I haven't snacked. I need something. Sorry. Um,
Okay. I know
but
you don't like the La La Land. You're
I'll
not
let
a
you
fan of La La Land.
you
What
go
I
on
will
your
say
soapbox
is,
for it.
um, I don't think there's another skater currently competing that could do that program.
Oh God, no.
Like, there's nobody that could sell La La Land in the way that she does. And so I'll give her credit for that. After watching this
Hmm.
free skate, I went back and watched some of her other material. I knew I liked a lot of her other free skates, but I wanted to be reminded of that. Um, this is definitely not her strongest free skate, like in
Yeah.
terms of material, but this is her
I think she's
strongest
just
performance.
I think she's capable of more, is what I'm
Yes.
saying. I'm not saying
Yes,
that
I
like
agree.
I'm not saying that like what she did wasn't good. I think she's just very like I think she's capable of like doing like low key. She could do like a Michelle Kwan or Angelica. Like if she really wanted to, she could try. She could try, and I think she wouldn't make it look bad.
She
Like
could do it. She could do
that's
it. She
how
could
highly I
do,
think of her.
yeah, that's high praise. I think she could do pretty much
Anything.
any program set in front of her. I would love to see her try some of like Akiko Suzuki's old programs. I'd love to see her try some of Mawasada's programs.
Yeah.
I just want to see her try everything. I want to see her skate a whole
I want her to
bunch.
do another quad. Come on.
Yep, let's
Yuna,
do it.
one more quad. Like Rinka, and Rion, lock in for this next quad. Come on. Like that's what we need. Um, okay, going down. Let's just stick with the Japanese women because they were the
Yeah,
podium here. Um, Ami Nakai, I think so. I'm gonna compare, let's do Ami and Monet Chiba like together
yeah, they're the
because I
Olympic team.
think it's easy. And then I also feel like before we dive into it, I think this was a skate off. I don't think it actually it was ever been outright said, but I think this might have been a
Like for
skate
the team
off
event.
for the team event.
Yeah, I don't imagine Kaori wants to do both.
I don't think so either, but think about how ballsy it would be if she did.
It would
Like,
be awesome.
because they really go for gold then if she did both.
Yeah, but I mean, they could still go for gold even if she doesn't. I
Yeah, no, they
think
could.
I would say she does the short and either
I think
Ami or
Ami's
Mona
doing the
does.
long.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um,
At this point, Mona's had kind of three sketchy longs in the past three competitions, with the Grand Prix final obviously being the most glaringly off, and Nationals was okay. This time was okay, but
I thought this one was a little worse than Nationals. Um,
yeah,
I kind of felt her. Well, we'll start with Monet.
yeah.
Um, I kind of felt here like I thought she was really void of of um like she was void of performance and very timid, I felt throughout each of the programs, like throughout both the short and the long. Um, and I think it's kind of crazy when you think of like just how she was basically at the top of the sport. She was the Grand Prix final short program winner, and how she had one
She was the top
mistake.
qualifier to the Grand Prix final.
She had one mistake, or not one mistake, but she had one rough free skate. And it just feels like she hasn't been able to shake it off mentally, which
No,
I
now
thought,
she's like the clear third member of the team.
yeah, she's like very much the Isabeau. And I just, it's weird because I felt like she would have been able to shake this. Like I thought the one Grand Prix final mistake would have been like all right, let's just shake it off. But it just seems like she cannot get over it. And it almost seems like like when you see her skate, it's even more enhanced scary than like when she like normally is. Because normally she has like a little
Hmm.
bit of a front, like of showing that she's visibly scared. And now it just seems like she's scared on almost every element. Um, I don't
It was
know.
definitely a more tentative skate, especially in the short. I mean, she's done great shorts all season, so to have that mistake on the Lutz was jarring, I think, for me as a viewer. I really didn't expect it. But the mistake in the free, the sort of downgraded Sao, she's made
Not
that
a,
mistake
yeah,
so many
not a shocking.
times. That like her
Um,
edge jumps are the ones that are gonna, if she's nervous, that's where the mistakes are gonna show, is on the loop and on the Sao. And so when you see like the tentativeness in this performance, I was like bracing for the Sao because I knew something was gonna be a
yeah.
little amiss. I
Um,
still really love both of her programs. I think when
yes.
they're on, her programs are both so good. This was just not her best performance of them, and she only has 2 weeks, or I guess if she's not doing the team event longer, but it's a quick turnaround to the Olympics. I don't know if she should have gone to four continents, if I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
I have to say also, I feel like this kind of really hindered her chances for even the podium. I know we thought she could have been like gold potentially earlier in the year. And now I think you got to be like, is she even going to make the podium at this point? I think there's a lot of strong women, even with the rise of like Nina Petrokina in Europe. I think
Yeah.
like there's a lot of women that are not, and there's a lot of women that aren't skating to their potential right now that I think if they lock in at some points, definitely could be making a push um, upwards that she could fall far if some other women hit. Um, but
Yeah. I have hope that she's going to do really well. I think
yeah,
she's still my pick for bronze at the moment.
okay.
Um, I don't know if I'll save that for later episodes, I guess, but yeah,
Well,
she's still my pick for bronze for
you
the
know what?
podium.
Here's what we'll do. Because I think Clayton and I don't know if I think we're filming our women's preview tomorrow. So I will message me tonight and send me your picks in and I will read
Okay.
them. I
Okay.
will read them tomorrow. But um, do you think before we go back to Ami, do you think that Monet Chiba should have been behind Brady Snell?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with you, but we'll get there. Um, all right, let's talk about Miss Ami, who I think she's just like a gritty girl. Very
Yeah.
gritty.
Yeah. She's gonna get it done.
Yeah, no matter what. Like that knee bend on that triple axel in the short program,
Whew.
I was like, girl, how did you do that? Like, why did you stand up
That's
on
the
that?
type of stuff you could do when you're 17. Like
Yes.
that's those are youthful needs. Like that's like first year senior, you have no fear going out there and doing it.
Yeah. I don't love either one of her programs. I'm kind of I will say I'm a little like disengaged with them, but
They're very
um
juniorish.
yeah, and I do think she's a little overscored, just a little bit. But like just on the overall GOE of the elements, I think like the axle, the triple triple, I think they kind of lack a little bit of speed and ride out compared to some of the other women. Um, I do think she's benefited a little bit. I'm not saying she hasn't deserved what she's gotten, but I do think she's benefited a little bit from like the triple axle when you have it, like you get higher scores.
Yeah, I was gonna say like having the triple axel makes her other jumps look more solid in comparison because you're like, oh, she has a triple axel. So her
Yeah.
other jumps, you don't have the instinct to like question some of the flow or some of the landings. Um, yeah, not a huge fan of her short. I think the free is better,
Hmm.
but neither. I'm excited to see what she does in the
Next year.
next quad. Yeah,
Yeah.
taking this as a
And
learning experience and growing.
I mean, she's going to be an Olympic either gold or silver medalist in the next 2 weeks. Like she's
Yeah,
doing very good for the team event and then even the individual, you never know.
you
So
really don't. I mean, the Olympics favors the
the
newcomer.
youthful, yeah. So um let's talk a little Brady Tennell.
Let's do it.
I guess for me, I do think she should have been bronze here, and I think both segments.
I'd say definitely in the free. The
Yeah.
short, I think, could go either way. But
She
yeah,
did
I
stand
think
up on
her,
her jumps.
yes, That is true.
So,
I don't, I think the short as an idea is very good. I like the young and beautiful music.
mhm.
I think she can look a little bit slow with that music.
Okay.
Um, like the choreography is very like meticulous and gives her a lot of space to breathe, but sometimes she needs that power that like the free skate really gives her that power. Like she's moving through that program.
Yeah.
It was I she's on such a high right now. Like this is
People
the best
are
she's skated in like 5, 6 years.
people are like fans are saying that they've never felt more connected to Brady Tennell in their lives. Like this girl is doing some crazy magical things right now on the ice.
Yeah. I mean, I was a Brady Tennell truther back in the day, like in like 2019, 2020. I thought her
The
material was really
Romeo and
great.
Juliet.
No, watch, not the Romeo and
No, I
Juliet.
didn't mind that one. Oh, the
That one
sexy
was
Santa
okay.
Claus.
I liked the Santa Claus. I
I
really
liked the
did.
Santa
I
Claus
liked the
one
Santa
too.
Claus and I liked she was doing Cinema Paradiso and I thought that
I
was a
didn't
really good
like that
program for
one,
her.
but it's okay. It was fine. It was nice.
These programs are great. Like the free skate is
Yes.
great and she skates it so well. Um you could argue that some of her jumps are on the queue.
I mean,
Um
yes.
but honestly, so are Mona
Yeah.
Chiba's.
So was like everyone else's jumps.
It just hers are more evident because she doesn't get as much height as some of the other
Yes.
skaters. Like
Yeah.
her jumps are very long but not very high.
Yeah.
So you get you start looking for the cue more naturally.
Yeah.
Um
100%.
her
Um,
spins as always are great. Um I know Benoit has alluded to the fact that like she might not be done.
and she did say, she put out like a story, or I think it was a post or something that said that like
Hmm.
she doesn't even know if she's retiring yet.
Yeah.
And people basically were like retiring her after her free skate here at Four Continents. They're like, Brady Tennell, what a great career. And
I
meanwhile,
mean,
she's like,
she's one of the oldest women in the field. She's
she is.
28. She's been around a long time. But to
I hope she
hit like a
continues.
second peak at this point in her career, I don't see why she wouldn't.
Mhm. And we don't
Especially,
know who's
yeah,
going to continue next year.
especially from the US. Like we really don't know.
Like Isabeau and Amber, to me, are big question marks on if they'll continue. Alyssa, we know,
Yes.
is staying.
Yes, which
And
I'm
if
very
you,
excited about.
yeah, and you think about like who's coming up, like you think about um Sarah
Like Sherry
Everhart's
Zhang.
Sarah Everhart's a little shaky. Sophie
Hmm.
Jolene's not like a big, I don't think she'll get the components as much. Um Sherry Zhang's kind of inconsistent. Elisa and
Joey
Gracie,
Lee, kind of the same. Elise and Gracie, kind of
yeah,
the
Elisa and
same.
Gracie like seems like she's gonna be going through a transitional year next year.
Yeah,
Um
Brady could really
she could be on a world
make a
team next
statement.
year.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's talk about the Korean women. Where do you want to start? You can take the.
I think you need to start
Oh
with
my God. All right. Are we gonna
go
start with
ahead.
my girl?
Let's do it.
I wrote down short program disaster. She needs to be a blanking shark. There's a video of me. I have sent it to a couple people. Clayton did see it. Of me. I recorded my live reaction at 6:20 a.m. to her free skate.
Oof.
And I there were parts of the video where I'm screaming at her. I'm like, be shark, like do your jumps. I was like, do your jumps. She had a good free skate. I think she was a little underscored in the free skate because she's in the second group. I thought the GOEs could have been higher. I thought she could
The
have had
PCS were really low.
I thought the PCS could have been about like a 64 to a 65 around
And
there.
they were what, like a 59?
59. Like she was They were based because Ru Yang Zhang, the Chinese girl, also got around 59 points, which I was like, there's no way that those two skaters are like less than a point apart in overall presentation, deportment. Um,
No.
so she just kind of got when you screw up the short program that bad, like you kind of get what you get, like, are you lighting a candle? Do I need to light a candle?
Listen,
I didn't light a candle for her this week. That might
we
have
are
been
lighting
it.
a candle for Jia Shin in the short program.
Yeah,
That
and the
was a
free
hot
skate.
mess. That short program was a hot mess.
It was
Three
bad.
falls over the course of the competition, two falls in the short. It's just
It was
not
a
something you
hot
can do.
mess. But she was kind of a listen, when she skated clean or like decent in the long, I started preying on like everyone's downfall. And it really I got her up to sixth place.
You did.
I
She
did.
was what, third in the free? Second in the free? She was really high
No,
up in the free.
she was should have been above some of these other girls. All right, let me tell you that. I can tell you that. Some of these other women that beat her in the free skate, I was like, I don't know about that, but whatever.
I I will say I would have had her second in the free or
Yeah.
second or third in the free.
Her jumps were definitely outside of Yuna Aoki's and maybe some of Ami's jumps. I think she had like the highest quality jumps on like the majority of them, other
On
than
the
the loop.
jumps that she landed.
Okay, the one triple loop, all right, we can it's fine. But
She
um
reminds me a lot of not in terms of like skating quality, but in terms of like I don't know if reputation's the right word. She reminds me of Marin Honda
okay.
in like incredibly talented, incredibly charismatic, but doesn't always get it done in the moment.
Yes, a little bit just this year, a little bit this year.
Yeah, I
But
mean, first year senior,
she's
it's
working through
always going
and
to be a bit of a transition.
she's been moving back like she just left Canada, is coming back. Like she's had a lot of life changes.
She's been back for over a year.
Not over a year, but she's it's been a lot. There's a lot of pressure on her in Korea.
Yes.
She's gotta work it out. And I think she's gonna come out on the other side. I think she's gonna be fine. I have faith. I have faith in my girl. You
Where is
don't
she
have
right
faith.
now in your Olympic ranking?
I think she could be in the top 10.
A top 10, I agree.
If people make mistakes, a top six finish would be nice. We'll see. But if she's clean and people make mistakes, that is possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. When she hits
No,
that short program, it's like a 74, 75,
yeah.
which is in
I am
there.
looking
So,
forward to seeing her with new material.
yes.
I'm looking forward to her experimenting with new genres
Yes.
because we've seen a lot of programs from Gia that look like this. And I
Yes.
want her to keep pushing her artistic ability because I know she has artistic ability and more capability to do different things. And so
I
I
really
want to see that.
I really liked the program Jeff Buttle did, the short this year. I'd like him to kind of give her something different, or I would do one program with Benoit. I think she could take a leap and do a Benoit program and just kind of
Uh,
break out of the mold a little bit. That's a big break out of the mold. So
that is a big break out of the mold. I think she could do it.
she
I think
could.
that'd be interesting. I would love to see her work with Tom Dixon. I know Tom Dixon
Does he
hasn't been
work
choreographing. He
anymore?
choreographs for he did Mia Risa Gomez's programs this season.
Oh, she does nice programs.
Right? He's a
Yeah,
great choreographer. I'd
he
love to
is.
see her work with him. But yeah. Um that's all I have on Gia.
Okay. Hyen, she stood
I
up
like
on
the short more
jumps.
here than I did at nationals.
Yeah. She stood up. Did you see her like screaming at her? I think she was screaming at a jump at the end of her free skate. Like she turned around and like screamed at.
She's always kind of
She's got some
loud on the ice.
theatrics. Yeah.
I
Um,
I said it on our South Korean Nationals episode. Her Carmen is heinous. Not a
yeah.
fan. Um, I don't have much to say about her, if I'm being honest. Like,
Okay, that's fine. Um,
I think she
let's
was higher than like the judges gave her some gifts, I think.
yeah, yeah. I don't think she would have been there if some other women skated clean.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I want to briefly mention a couple other women. Gabby Dillman, the short program was fantastic. The long program, a little bit underwhelming of not underwhelming, but I think she's had
Yeah, she just wasn't like quite as sure over her feet, I don't think. Like
yeah,
very sort of high in the knees, a little bit of an anxious skate. But yeah, the short program, props to her.
yeah. Uh
Top four in
Sarah,
the short at four continents 1 year into her comeback.
can I be honest? She should have been third.
Over Monet.
Yeah. I think I would have had her third in the short. Um Sarah Everhart, I think good short, rough long for her. Um,
Yeah,
but
probably
this
the roughest long
a
she's had this season.
gives her a lot to work for next year. Kind of
Hmm.
regroup, re-rally. Samo Delkina, I think it just she's not 100% at this point. I think the injuries kind of showed that kind of put her back a little bit on her trajectory. Um,
Yeah, she was, I mean, Cranberry,
should
I
have
thought she should
won.
have won Cranberry.
Yeah.
Like, there was a moment there where I thought she could be pushing for top six at the Olympics, and it just doesn't seem like that's in the cards for this season. Um, I really love her free skate as a program. It
Hmm.
wasn't necessarily the best skating to her jumps were a little bit um gives me the heart palpitations a little bit, but
Yeah. She's a gritty
there
girl
it
though.
yeah, there is something nostalgic about her skating. Like it reminds me of like 2017 Russian skating a little bit, like
It's a
sort of
little
vintage Atari.
okay.
Not in
Okay.
a bad way, in
No,
like
no,
the
I get what you're saying.
more,
Theatrical.
yes, very theatrical.
Yeah. And those are, if you think about it, those are the women that she probably was watching as a kid growing up. So I
Yeah,
think, probably emulating a lot of what she saw there.
for sure.
But okay. Let's take a,
Really quick.
yes.
I need to talk about Sarah Montepui's Ray of Light. It's my
Okay. The
favorite short
short
program of the
program.
season.
She didn't skate
I
it well here, but it's
no,
okay.
no, I just don't know if I'll get a chance to talk about it again. So I would just like to say, Sarah Montepui, I salute you. I'm very proud of you choosing Ray of Light for your music. I think you skate it so well. Um, I'm shocked that no top ice dance team picked anything from Ray of Light for their rhythm dance. I find it mean and offensive that nobody is skating to any good Madonna songs. As good as Vogue is, there are so many other 90s Madonna songs that teams could have chosen and they didn't. So I
Yeah.
salute Sarah Montepuy for her wonderful charisma and her wonderful skating.
And
And I hope she keeps going.
one final thing. Shout out to Star Andrews closing her career in singles. She had a fantastic short program. Let's leave it
Beautiful
on
short.
that. We'll leave it.
Yep.
She should have just, you know what? She's always been a short
Rip.
program girl. She should have just withdrew after the short and been like, I'm
Honestly,
out.
I'm excited to see what she does in Paris. I think she's a really exciting
Yeah.
possibility for Paris.
Thank God she'll be at nationals too. I could not, it's going to be really sad one day when I have to watch a US nationals without Star Andrews.
I can't imagine it. She's a national staple.
Brady Snell too. Don't leave. Don't leave yet, Brady. Come on.
Even if you don't want to compete other places, just compete at nationals.
You could just do like a triple Lutz double toe or triple toe double toe. I don't care. Just show up at nationals and do an
It
Ina
makes me so
Bauer.
happy. Yep.
Okay. Let's go to the other discipline of the duos, the pairs.
Yeah. Nolan
Let's,
made me watch a lot of Paris this weekend.
I'm
More Paris than I've
sorry.
watched all season.
I'm so sorry that you had to cover skating and watch all four disciplines. Hey,
Yeah, I'm usually a three discipline consumer of skating.
you're like the anti-Clayton. Like you watch dance and he watches
Oh, is he
pairs.
not a
He doesn't
dance
do the
guy?
dance. Well, he's become more. He's
He's a
become
big
more.
Amelia Zingas lover.
Yes. Yes. He loves her because of her TikToks and because he got to say hello to her.
Mm.
So, but where do you want to begin?
Let's get this Wee and Han discussion out of the way at the top.
Okay, let's do it.
There are winners after the short program by a big margin. Got a really big score, 76. Um,
Crazy.
don't agree with that.
Don't agree with that. Did not think that
Um,
the quality of the elements was very high.
no, no. And it makes me sad because I was obsessed with them as a team. Like, I
Yeah.
still watch their 2016 World short program. That Spanish short program is so good.
Yes.
And watching this short program in comparison, it's obviously like a riff on that same theme. They do some of those same movements, and it
And
just
didn't they
doesn't
have
quite look the same.
did they have a Spanish program in 22 also? Or like a
Yes,
it
they
was a
did.
tango? Yeah.
They did a tango.
Yeah.
So this is within their wheelhouse, but I think
Yes.
that it shows the fragility within their
They're
skating.
skating.
Yeah.
It just they just I wrote down that it just looked like the overall quality of the elements just is not there. Like everything,
No,
even like on the twist, which used to be like
the
kind of one
twist
of
was their element, and
it
there were
was
teams here
there.
that had better twists.
Yeah, and just like even on the, her extension of the twist, like on the catch, it's very choppy and it just kind of looks well, it just everything looks forced.
Yeah.
Um, the
I mean,
jumps, the
her,
throws,
yeah, the throws are okay.
the short
The,
program they two-footed that flip.
yeah, that's true.
They went down on the sow in the long.
Yeah. I
Didn't
mean,
it
the side
didn't
by
I don't
sides have
think it
never been their strength, but
God
they're
no.
really stressful now. Um, I don't know. It's just, I like the free program packaging. I don't mind it, but
I actually like the music.
yeah, me too. But the magic that they had from 2016 to 2022, the reason that so many people wanted to see them keep going, the reason we were all excited, or at least I was excited when they announced a comeback for this year. I was like, oh my God, they're going to win another Olympic title. I
Yeah.
was, there was a spot open for them, and they have just not quite filled it. I actually want to discuss some of the other comebacks we've seen this season and sort
Okay.
of thinking about them in conjunction. So, like,
Well, let's compare.
Sui and Han versus like the Shibs versus like Keegan Messing. I think
Okay.
those are like three interesting comebacks, all of which were like not quite what they measured up to be, but have sort of resulted in different ways. Like Keegan, for example, once we saw him at his first competitions this season, it was sort of like, okay, he's not going to make it. But
Yeah.
what it allowed is for the other Canadian men to like lit a fire
Rocking.
underneath them. And we saw the great fall seasons that both Steven and Roman had. And I have to think that part of that is because Keegan was back in the mix. But he sort of gets let off the hook because he isn't making teams. And so, like, it's sort of okay to be like, oh, Keegan, oh,
Hmm.
the Shibs, that was another situation where, like, people had them penciled in for an Olympic spot as soon as they announced their comeback. And then when we saw them, it just wasn't quite that. And
Hmm.
then they had their big mistake at nationals and again, just didn't go the way they wanted. With Sui and
Yeah.
Han, their skating is no better than like Keegan is relative to the men or the Shibs are relative to the dance field, but they're still making teams. And so I think it makes their like the way that they skate now is put in more, it's like put under more scrutiny because they're still making teams and because they're
Yeah.
still winning nationals. And so it just, I'm just sad. That's all.
Yeah. And I really wonder what their goals were coming into the season. And the real question I want to say is I wonder what their goals are now because they have to know intrinsically like where they're going to stack up because there's not you can't really do that much in 2 weeks to improve, or 2 or 3 weeks, basically 2 weeks to improve what they've got because they're going to have to do, think about it. They're going to have to do
Four
if they make
programs, or three programs, I
if they
guess.
make it, but 3 programs within 6 days. That's going to be a
And with the
lot.
way that Wenjing's back is holding up and the way that
And the
Zong
hip
has a, yeah, the hip, the way that Zong is like basically carrying her to like from their ending
from the
pose to their
ice. Yeah.
bows. I I hope for the best. I hope she's doing okay. Obviously, this wasn't something that they saw coming with their injury, but yeah, I don't know what their next couple weeks are going to look like because with an injury like that, you can't keep training more.
No.
It's just going to make it worse.
And I don't think they're going to go to Worlds. So I do. I
No,
there's no way they're going to go to Worlds.
no.
I think Zhang and Huang will be definitely getting a world championship in this year, which is exciting for them. Um,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I don't know if do you think they were robbed of a medal here by Sui and Han?
I could,
Because I
I
feel like
see
they
the
were a little
argument. I
messy,
see the
but
argument.
yeah, I could see the
They
argument.
have such standout elements though. Like their twist is gigantic. And their
Yes.
throws are also the throw flip in the free was like stunning.
Okay, see, I thought she was like hanging on to it a little bit in the free.
But look at how much airtime she
No,
got. She
I
is
know
like
it's huge.
flying.
I know it's huge, but I was like, I think one judge gave it a +4 on the throw flip, and I was like, she was kind of holding on to that flip a little bit. Like,
I would have
I
had
don't
a plus
know.
two, plus three, but like
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with
still,
that.
I think that they are like still sort of figuring out their identity as a team. Neither one of these
Yeah.
programs really inspires like I'm not going to go back and rewatch these programs necessarily, but I
Yes.
am going to keep looking for them on every entry list moving forward because I want to keep seeing what they're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
they're definitely going to be a team for the future. I think for the
yeah,
next year, I think if they get everything right, they could be a world medalist in the
I
next couple of
mean, it
years.
just depends on. I know the Chinese Federation is a fan of a partner swap, but this team is a good team that should stick together.
Yeah,
And like,
I wouldn't move
no,
these two. Um, okay, let's talk about maybe some of the teams that placed a little lower here.
yeah,
Let's group the Americans together, McBeath and Parkman, and then Shin and Naj.
hmm
Um, both of them, I thought, kind of did their jobs. I know Shin and Naj had a little bit more of a rough free skate with the side-by-side elements, um, but regrouped it a little bit more with the side-by-side, or sorry, the
with the
throws.
throws.
Yeah. For me, I'm really excited to see what this team will do a lot next year because I am assuming this summer that they are going to be drilling the lifts, the throws, all of the pair elements and the twist to make sure they're improving the overall execution. Um, because they kind of just need to be like drill sergeant-y for like a whole summer just to improve everything by a lot. Because right
Yeah.
now I feel like everything's just kind of base level. Um,
And I think it's for both of them. I don't think that like I don't see Balaj being so much stronger than Audrey, even though Audrey is newer to pair skating. I think that
yeah,
like they need to work together as a team to grow as a team.
yeah,
Um, I will say, I like the short a lot more than the free. I think the short is really great.
yes,
I would honestly keep that short for next
I
season.
would too.
Um, the Audrey Shin is an under rotator. And
She
those under
is.
rotations are still very apparent in the side by sides.
Yes.
And I don't know, that's just what it's going to be. That's just what it's going to be. I don't
She
see
can
that
get it clean
improving.
sometimes, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, I
But
agree
I
with
do
you
think
on
that I
that.
think they have potential and I think that they work together as a team really well. And so I am excited to see where they go and I hope they stick with it. Um,
One
yeah,
thing I will say for them in US pairs, you really don't need to rotate your jumps. So if you can stand up
that
on
is
a
true.
triple toe, like I
We have
think it's
had
okay.
national champions with a double toe.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like the triple toe with the under, I know it was really bad, like in real time, but it's okay. Some of these teams are can't do it.
Yeah, that's true. In contrast, though, we see somebody like McBeath and Parkman trying the triple flip. Like
Well,
they're
double
going for
flip
it.
here, but
Double
yes.
flip here.
Yeah.
I do think they have a lot of potential, but they need like either a standout program or a standout element
Yeah.
because right now they're just kind of like getting sort of
Paint by the
lost in the
numbers.
shuffle. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
excited.
very like Jenny and Todd's. They're with Jenny and Todd, I'm pretty sure,
Yes, they are.
in that California team. It's kind of like what I'd expect from that team in their output. Um, I think they can keep pushing for more interesting artistic material because
Can
they
I
do have,
say something bold?
please.
If these two hit all of their elements, I think they're better I think they're better than Danny and Ellie. I think they're like up there. They could be like
Oh yeah.
if they hit everything, I think they and like had a good program, I think they could be like pushing Misha and Elisa.
I hear that. I mean, they were
Yeah.
what, second at nationals in 2025?
Yeah. I mean, their throw lutz in the free skate.
So good.
Oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
That's their standout. That the
Like when
throws are
I
where
saw
they have it
that,
right now.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like that's a team with quality right there for me.
Yeah. Should we
Yeah.
talk about Elisa and Misha? We kind of skipped over them at the top.
Oh, we're gonna come back. We're going back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't worry, we're going back. Let's see, who else did we have? McBeath, sorry, Laurier and Ethier, uh, less successful with the side by sides here and their free skate. Um, love the program as always. Kind of hope they keep it too for
The free
next
skate?
year. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good program. I
it's a
mean, obviously it's a not obviously, but I'd say it's a better say something that Jason Brown had this season.
yeah,
Um Kellyanne Loren is like she gives space. Like she is in the program. Like
yes.
I really like watching her skating. I think they're both like they're a team that has a lot of I keep saying everybody has potential, but they really do.
Well, I feel like it's funny is like when they're not at the top, I feel like everyone's always like, oh, they have potential. You
Right.
know,
Like I'm
you're
sure
always like,
everybody has potential,
everyone,
but
like,
again, it's just gonna come to like if they get the side by sides
yeah,
better, they're that's the question. I saw
yeah.
on Twitter that like they were maybe thinking of retiring, and
I hope they
I think
don't.
I hope they don't. I think they should keep going.
Canada doesn't have a lot of pair teams, all right? Like, they need someone.
Don't they have a lot of
Um,
junior pairs? I feel
yeah.
like they had like a lot of qualifiers at the junior Grand Prix final for pairs.
Well, Kemp and Elizarov, who were here, were also junior pairs this year. They're going to be good next year. I think when they move up to seniors, they can work it out. They're going to be a good team too. Uh, all right, let's talk about our second and third. Oh, sorry, our bronze medalist and our gold medalist. Where do you
Yeah,
want
who
to
maybe
go?
should have been gold and silver.
Yes, probably, but you can
Yeah,
take it away. Take it away.
yeah. Nagaoka and Moriguchi, I would have had them in the lead after the short. I think that short
Okay.
program is really good. And sort of it all came together. Like the side by side loops were really good. They have such speed. Like they're a
Hmm.
team that is so fast. And like all of the elements are like when they do their elements, they're of such high quality that I really like watching them as a team. The programs, I just said I really like the Elton John and I like the Tree of Life. They're not the most complex of programs. They're
Hmm.
really sort of capitalizing on their speed and on their side by sides, but I do find them a very fun team to watch.
It's refreshing because it's a little bit more simple of a program, which I think kind of sometimes simple can be, I think, a little bit cleansing from some of the IJS programs that we see.
Yeah.
They have like there's one, I think I don't remember where it is in the program, but there's like one point where they're doing like different turns of move, like different movement turns, like in contrasting directions that I
Mm,
thought was just like a really good usage of the music and kind of highlighted just a little. It was something easy, but it was just like very refreshing to see. Like we don't see that a lot in pairs. Um,
hmm
Obviously the throws are still their big question of whether or not they can get them clean in a program. But the rest of it is all pretty well executed, and I think it's quite impressive because they work online with their coach on Zoom.
with
And
Fedor Klimov, who
yeah,
I saw him in a kiss. I didn't know they were with Fedor Klimov.
yeah, so they're with him and Savin, I think.
Okay.
So they only work with them online, so they only see the coaches like in person at competitions. And I think if that's what they're able to do online, like imagine if they're able to like
Wow.
get out and work with them in like real time for a little bit.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah, they're a team that I could definitely see. I could see them on the world's podium next year. I could see them on
uh
the post-Olympic world's podium, to be
this
completely
year,
honest. Yeah.
yeah, if they hit,
Yeah, I mean, like Riku and Medici were on the post-Olympic world's podium last quad.
that
I
was
could see
different.
them fall
Yeah,
a different situation,
different situation, but yeah,
but yeah, I could see them really capitalizing on on a new field post Olympics
Yeah.
because they have a star qual, they have a specialness in their skating.
And then Efimova and Mitrofanov kind of pulling up. I don't know if it's not an upset win, but I definitely wasn't expecting them to get a win here, to be
No, I
honest.
wasn't either. I honestly expected
Maybe
Nagoka
like a
Moriguchi to
bronze.
win coming in.
Yeah, I was expecting this team to get maybe like a bronze or like fourth if someone else maybe hit. But
Yeah, I expected on the podium, but I didn't expect a win. And I think they deserved it wholeheartedly.
yeah, I feel like this team's like we've kind of I feel like we kind of are getting what we expect out of them at this point. Like I feel like they'll do one side by side. They'll do the throws pretty well. The rest of the program, they'll sell it. And I feel like we always know one side by side is just not going to work. And
Yeah, and it's always not going to work in the same way. It's always going to be like that
just a little
downgraded.
different.
Yeah, just a
But
little odd, but the rest of their program is so good. That free skate is beautiful. I think that they really sell. And on they have a really great forward outside death spiral. I think
okay.
that she does a really beautiful death spiral in the free skate. Um,
The judges
but I
agree with you. Very high GOE on it too. So, um,
um yeah, he is older than I thought. He's like 28 and
how
she's
old is
20
she?
25 or 26, I want to say.
Okay. I don't know if they'll stick around for I think they probably you think they'll stick around for another entire quad?
I don't know. I mean it really, as is always the case with this team, I think it really depends on their citizenship. If they see a path to getting to the Olympics in 2030, I'd say they keep going. If not, I don't know.
There's a lot of pairs coming up too. There's a lot of pairs developing too in the US that I think have potential. I think
Yeah,
one
I
team
mean, we
that,
just mentioned Star Andrews.
yeah, and then Chelsea and Ryan, I think are a team that are definitely going to be making big push in the next couple of years.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think we'll definitely send them for a couple more years at least, and then
Yeah,
maybe they'll
I could see
reevaluate
them doing a like get to 2028,
and then
then
reevaluate.
pause and reassess.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts on the pair event at all?
No.
Okay. Let's get into this was the most exciting event for me. The
Yes.
men's event here at Four Continents. I have to say, there's just so many thoughts on everyone. Like everyone
Yeah, I
just
have thoughts on like most people in the top 10, if not farther down.
where do you want to
Like,
start?
let's let's start with Shidorov.
Okay, that's a very random place to start, but let's do it.
I mean, he is
The diva
um
dance,
the diva dancer himself. I mean, he's the reigning world silver medalist.
reigning
He's a
Four
Grand Prix
Continents champion.
yeah, reigning four continents champion, Grand Prix final qualifier. Um, but it's been a weird season for him. I think that
Yes.
like the programs this season at the start, like the first time you saw them, I think I and a lot of people were like, "Oh,
WTF.
yeah."
Yeah.
And the short has gone back to the old short, which I think is a
Which
wise choice.
great decision. And it worked out
I
pretty well.
Yeah, I mean the short was more solid here than the old short ever was, I think.
Yeah.
Um, I wish you'd go back to the old free because this free skate is woof.
And he's
That
actually made some changes to the choreography too to make it like a little bit more palatable. And
Yeah, didn't like the music edit change at some point too? Like
it
there have
is a
been
little
tweaks. There have been
it is a
tweaks.
little better, but it's definitely
It's
not
it's
great.
just so high pitched.
Yeah, I don't know if I would love to hear like a woman like isn't there like a woman like screaming in the middle of it? Like yeah, like I don't know. I only want to hear Milva skate it's like screaming at me.
Oh,
That's
Milva.
all.
We're gonna get into Milva. But
Um,
I wanted to
but
start with Shinerov because like people had him sort of penciled in for like he was another one of those skaters that like people were like he could get an Olympic medal, and now I
yeah,
just don't think that that is the
I think
case. I
he's an
mean,
outside shot now.
he was what second in the free skate, but his PCS was ranked seventh of the top skaters. Like the judges aren't
They've
going
been
with him
clear.
in components.
Even last year when even last year when he was like a world medalist, his PCS wasn't like amazingly high. I remember that.
Right, but like he was selling those programs
Oh
better.
yeah, 100%.
Like there was
Um,
an argument to be made that like he had momentum coming into this season and he could
yeah.
have capitalized on that momentum better. And I think that this free skate in particular, along with some of the messiness, like with the triple axel plus rep, like that just sort of being like a little brain farty mistake.
Hmm.
Um, I just don't know if he's in the position that I thought he was going to be in going into the Olympics. Where do you think he's going to be at the Olympics?
If I had to like put my money on it right now, I think like top eight. I don't
I
know
was going to
where
say like
within the
seventh,
top
eighth.
eight, but like I'm leaning from like fifth to seventh is
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Whereas 6 months ago, I would have said second to fourth.
Yeah.
So
Chris was
I
kind
think
of
it's,
funny
oh
at the
God.
end. He's like, well, the choreography, he was selling it, but it was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
like, I
was
don't
like,
know about this music, but he's certainly skating to it.
he's certainly just skating to it.
Chris
He did.
sometimes gets his little jabs in his very
I
subtle
love,
way.
I love Chris. Chris Howard is like my favorite of all of the ISU commentators. Love him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were just a lot of shocking, not a shocking mistakes from Shidorov, but just things that like trickled and added up. And like he's losing points on the spins and the steps, and
Yeah. The steps were really slow.
yeah. But okay,
Yeah.
my other moment of the competition was Boyang Jin in both
Really?
programs. Yeah,
Okay.
I really thought he had like his moment here, and I know. Oh yeah, I see what you wrote down. Um, on the notes, on my notes I said I kind of love the Andre Bocelli Ed Sheeran, and then under it, Cam wrote, "Nolan, you're insane for this one."
I'm not a, I was full disclosure. As this free skate started, I was like washing my hands or like getting a drink or something. And I was like,
So you
God, he
weren't
used
paying the full attention.
not right at the start. I came back like before the first jump started, but I was like, God, I wonder if he's skating to Ed Sheeran again because he used to have that other Ed Sheeran program. And then I came back and I was like, oh, it's not Ed Sheeran. And then I was like, oh, it's a different Ed Sheeran song. He skated to like two Ed Sheeran songs for the past like 4 years, it seems
And what
like.
about it? What about it?
Okay.
I'm not even an
Um,
Ed Sheeran fan.
Listen, Boyan believes in this material and I believe in him. So
Yeah. And he skated so
he's
well.
he jumped so well.
He did, but he had like a nice lunge and like the choreographic sequence and was smiling.
Yeah.
I like a home crowd moment.
Yeah, he was showing his emotion. He was feeling the crowd. It was a great moment for him.
But
Fifth and components is crazy.
it's fine. He's never been a PCS skater. It's okay.
Yeah. Happy for him to have
He
had a
took
moment like
Gia's
this.
PCS away from her. So that's why she was so
Okay.
low.
Mm.
Um,
Glad he
okay,
had this moment.
yeah. Okay. Where do you want to go next? Do you want to get like the bottom men out of the way, like some of like the lower finishers like Timoki, Jacob, Roman?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. All right. Let's start with Roman Sadovsky.
Hmm.
Him and Timoki both like unsure. I mean, we now know Timoki's retired.
Yes.
We did know that.
Yes.
He just said it in the kiss and cry. But I also don't
I
know if
respect that. I really respect. They're
he's
like,
like,
yeah,
I'm out.
I was like, that was it. Bye, guys.
Mia Hamada was crying. I was like,
Wow.
oh my God.
I
Um,
mean, she traveled to St. Louis for that boy. Like,
she did. She
they
must
have a
like
bond.
him. They do. Uh, Roman Sadovsky, I don't know if this was a retirement skate for him because he also is getting up there and has been around for a while. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but he skated
Yeah.
fine in both programs. Like I think
Hmm.
the free
He had that
skate,
fluke fall in the short, the very funny
yeah,
fluke fall in the slide.
very Roman
Um,
of him.
yes, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of what I expected from Roman, which makes
Yeah,
it's hard to be a fan of Roman Sadovsky because
it is.
you know it's not ever gonna be like perfect. Like there's
Hmm.
very few times where Roman has skated like a completely clean program.
You know
There's
what it
very few times where
is?
I've watched Roman where I fully relaxed.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
It's like you're in a like it's like you're flying and you have like you're on like a flight with like an insane amount of turbulence and you're like gripping the chair like the your seat
yeah,
and you're like bracing yourself for everything. Like you know the flight will end at some point, but you know there's going to be a lot of turbulence and you might be flying up and down like in your seat. Like even if you're buckled
yeah.
in, it might be rough. You might
Yeah,
hit your head on
it's a flight where like you turn off your iPad, you turn off your screen, and you just like sit there.
and
Like,
you're just like staring at the pamphlet of like the Delta like
yes,
safety guide like in front of you and you're like, "Oh
you are
my
locating your
God."
nearest exits when you watch Roman Sadovsky.
You probably
Um,
don't order a Diet Coke with
no,
ice. It's probably not a good idea.
no, you don't have a drink on your tray table because
No.
that is gonna get spilled. But
Yeah.
you're gonna land.
You will finish the program though, and you will
Yes.
hit the runway when it comes down. Don't
Yeah.
worry. It will be fine.
Yeah. I was talking to Nolan before this recording. I I was feeling I really like this short program for Roman. And he really, really sold this time. We mentioned like the camera work wasn't necessarily the best of this competition. The camera caught Roman's eye. Roman was connecting with the audience and with the judges in that short. I was feeling it.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I hope he
Yeah.
continues, even if it's just as like
Maybe like a
his
year.
yeah, like the good parts of his skating are just so good that it would be sad not to see his spins and his
And he wasn't awful this year. Like everything,
no,
he was a
this
fighter for
was
the most part.
largely a good season for him.
Very, very successful season for him this season or this year. But
Yeah, I mean he won Cranberry, right?
yeah, he did. One Cranberry was successful
Solid
at some
Grand
other
Prix.
competitions. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't think he could have predicted the rise of Stephen Gogolev, but
No, I don't think anyone really could have.
except for that one depressed Gogolev fan on Twitter.
And they're gone. And they're not even here for the Olympics. Like what happened?
Bring them
Um,
back.
okay. Jacob Sanchez had a fantastic Four Continents championship
Ugh,
for me.
I am such a fan.
I am too. I hope he gets a quad so bad.
Me too.
Even without a quad, I think he could make worlds next year.
I agree. I agree. I honestly wish he was going this year. I know that's with all the withdrawals and stuff. Honestly, though, with Tomoki now retiring, that does move him one entry up on the withdrawal list for
Who is
Worlds.
first? Is Max first alternate for
Max is
worlds?
first.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I think
Well, he's going to junior
um
worlds, so
oh yeah, that's true. We'll see him more this season and
we're not done with Jacob.
yeah. I have big plans for Jacob Sanchez. He is in my mind the future of US men's skating.
If he could get a
He's got
quad, he's like gonna be really good.
yeah.
Because even the triples that he was doing, I was like, holy crow, the
His
POE,
yeah, like
the speed,
his
the
triple axles
flow,
are huge.
huge. I was
Um,
like, oh my God.
yeah. The costumes we could work on. I think the short program costume
Not
it's a lot.
awful.
There's a lot on it.
Yeah, they're Hanyu-esque in the
Yes,
short.
yes. hmm Um, I think he might be a skater that could benefit from a coaching change. I think,
Really, I think he's kind of gotten it together with the with Larissa and Oleg.
yeah, I mean, I think that a move to somebody like Raphael wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
I'm
Um,
weary of sending people to Raphael because he changes the axle on every single person, and it just becomes the most sketchy thing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, I
And
think
they take
he
those
needs
curvy
like
entrances. It's
but
scary.
he's kind of a curvy skater. Like his jumps like have edges to them. Like they're on a curve. I think
They
it could work
do.
for him. And like he has a Russian technique. Raphael also like has
Yeah.
a Russian technique. I think it of I also am sort of wary to recommend skaters move for Raphael, but I think he could be an interesting choice. And I think him doing like a Shaylin program would be really great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we could upgrade from Adam Blake to maybe like a little bit more of a nuanced program.
Yeah. Get into a Shaylin, get into
Yeah,
like a David Wilson,
someone.
a
Just take like
Benoit.
a yeah, take a little risk.
Yeah.
Um, Tomoki, overall, really nice program. I thought he really sold it in the free skate at the end. He was
Yeah,
really
he
living his
gritted it
best
out.
life. Yeah.
I'm
Um,
so happy for him. He had a
I'm
great moment.
s- I'm really sad he's retiring. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, are you not?
I don't know if I'm sad. I'm happy he got to go out on a high note.
It is nice because I think a lot of skaters don't really get to do that, but
Yeah. I think
it's
having the luxury of choosing to step away at a good moment.
is always a nice way to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm happy he had a season like this to sort of cap off his career. And I hope he says like he wants to stay in the skating world as like a tech specialist or
Yeah.
something. I see that for him. He kind of has that like he has a passion for this. And so I'm excited that he's gonna be in skating still.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little sad about it because I feel like he's been hitting his stride a little bit this season. And I think the work
Yes.
that he's done with Mia Hamada has been pretty good this year in the
Yeah.
past couple of
And his
years.
his short program is so good. Like
Yeah.
that like locked into like a version of Tomoki that I didn't know was there. Like I didn't picture Tomoki skating to Freebird, but like he
No.
sells it and like it works so well for him.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the top four because that's all
Let's
we've
do
got
it.
left of the four
Yep.
continents championship. All right.
Ugh.
Um, Soda Yamamoto coming in here, getting the bronze. His skating a little bit forgettable for me. Um, but technically he did very well on all those jumps, and I think he deserved the bronze medal here. I think he was very technically proficient,
Yes.
maybe a little forgettable, but very solid overall.
Yeah, he is a skater whose packaging I've never quite clicked with. I think it's always in that sort of soft rock, very
Hmm.
fairly generic. Um, and his jump technique is a little squirrely, I think.
A
Like
little bit.
he takes a long time to set up some of those jumps. But
Yeah.
I think that he does have really good knees and really deep edges. Like he has very strong skating skills. Like if we were to break up the components, I think he might have the strongest skating skills in the field.
Hmm.
Um, but some of like the performance isn't quite as strong. So I'm glad he had a bronze medal.
Yeah.
Do we think he's gonna keep going?
I don't know. He's a little bit up there in age too, right?
Yeah, he's been around a while. I know he was a very strong junior skater and then like
He's
took a couple years
26, yeah.
off.
I don't know.
26, that's kind of on the bubble.
I mean,
But
to Kazuki's 27, 28, right?
I just think about some of those Japanese
27.
junior men that are
Oh
so
yeah,
strong.
you're
Like
right.
I don't know if I don't know if he would make a even a four continents team in the future.
Yeah, I
If
don't
he
know.
wants to continue, he would have to fight for it. And it's up
Yeah.
to him whether or not that's something he wants to do.
Um, Kazuki took us to the club. Didn't the judges should have broke 100 here.
I
Like
agree. I think
I
he
don't
could
know
have
why
led
we
the
didn't
short and I would not have been mad.
I don't know why we didn't get the club 100.
It's so good.
I will say after June and Soda and even Mikhail Shidorov hit like kind of well in the free skate, I was like, oh my God. I was like, is Kazuki because Kazuki is not a free
No,
skater. I was
especially
like,
not with this free skate.
yeah, I was like, is he gonna hold it together? Like, I was worried. And he was a little tight on some of those jumps, but I think he got better as the program went along. And
Yes.
I thought it was like probably the best rendition of this program that he's done, like
Hmm.
ever.
I think it is an incredibly beautiful free skate. I think that
Hmm.
music is so great. I think it's choreographed very well. I just don't know if it was the right program for Kazuki,
Hmm.
especially because he is more of a short program skater. Like
I've,
you
s-
can always sort of
yeah,
count on Kazuki for like, if nothing else, like a double three out of one of the jumps or like a
yeah,
hand down. And
a
with
double
music
three,
that's as
double
soft,
toe.
yeah, like with music that's as soft as that, you can't have those little mistakes. And so I just don't know if this was ever the right material for him, but I'm so glad that he had that moment in the short.
Yeah, I've also stayed pretty adamant that I didn't feel like this was the best vehicle for him this year. But I mean, I think I'm glad he was able to kind of end the season on a little bit more of a high than what Nationals was,
Yeah,
especially
for
with
sure.
Nationals free skate. Um,
Hmm.
and then next year he said he's only continuing to for next year, so we'll
Okay.
see. I don't know, maybe he'll push past that. I mean, we're not entirely sure, but
I mean, I could see him capitalizing on a first season of the quad. Like that's kind
yeah.
of like he could make a world team maybe, like as some of those junior skaters are still coming up and finding their footing. Like
Uh-huh.
I could see him going like one more season makes sense.
Yeah. We'll see what he does after that. I'm not entirely sure, but
He should bring back La La Land
he
for
should want a send-off year. Oh my God.
right when you have a send off year like that, that's the time to bring back some of the classics.
Yeah. One thing that I do believe in is I believe in the power of an Italian woman singing a Spanish song and a Korean boy being able to land a quad. So I believe in the power of Milva because
In Milva we trust.
Milva has gotten Junhwa Cha to land some of the most insane quad toes I've ever seen in my life. Um,
She's gotten you to land more quad toes than anybody else has.
yeah, Moulin Rouge could never.
No.
I don't think Moulin Rouge got him one.
Nope.
Like,
Like the
uh,
Batman program, he didn't really get one. Like he's back.
no. But
He's
did the
back.
Billie Eilish one get him one?
The Billie Eilish.
Didn't he do like a Billie Eilish
Oh, like a James
program?
Bond.
Yeah, whatever. Why are we saying James Bond is Billie Eilish now?
What?
Wasn't he did Billie Eilish, right?
He
June.
did the Billie Eilish James Bond song.
Did she write a James Bond song?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
That's what he's skating to is her
But wasn't
James
it
Bond
like No
song.
Time to Die?
Yes, that's a James Bond movie.
Wait, the No Time to Die song is from the James Bond movie?
Yes. The movie's called No Time to Die.
Wait, is it really? Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
She won an Oscar for it.
I don't watch movies, all right? Oh my God, it is.
Like,
Oh
oh,
my God, it is.
Nolan.
I don't watch movies. Sorry, I'm not a big movie guy. If I do, I'm watching like random ones. Yeah, okay.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
I do believe in the power of Milva, and
Back to Milva.
I think he's a dark horse for a medal if he hits both programs.
Yeah. I think he listened to the Blades and Banter podcast after South Korean Nationals and
Thank
heard us
God.
say, go back to Milva and change the costume. And he did both.
And I don't mind the white one.
I think it's cool. I think
Yeah.
skating to this program with a white shirt and a white costume is very interesting. And I like it.
Yes.
The short program, I think I've had my quibbles with this short, but it worked really well for me here. Even
Mhm.
despite the mistake, I think he really sold that music very strong. Um,
Yeah. I know I do think I still would have given him the win. I know people um feel that way, but I will say, listen, he had two kind of mistakes. Like he had the mistake of the short with the combo fall and then the single loop kind of in the free. So I understand why he was second. Personally,
I understand it. I don't agree with it.
I think personally I still would have had him win overall.
Hmm.
But I do understand when you look at it like objectively two kind of big mistakes for
Yeah.
that. So I get it.
And it's hard to compare Cal and June. They're very different skaters.
Yeah.
Like, just in like completely different worlds of what the like how they approach skating, I think. So it's sort of apples and oranges. And so I could see some judges preferring Cal over June. And June still won the free. So
Yeah. And Cal is like has like such a raw power to him.
yeah.
There was a fan cam. I saw someone post on Twitter. There was like a fan cam video of his short program, and you could just like see how much ice coverage that he got and the flow on the elements. It was just like a huge testament to the just the overall skating quality that he had compared to the men here. I was like, he really is probably one of the most powerful skaters I think that we have out there in the men's event right now. Now, whether he harnesses all of
I
that
mean, that's always the
power, that's
question.
like something. It's like he's kind of like a Caitlin Osmond of the men's event,
Yes, yes.
you
Whereas
know?
early in her career, Caitlin Osmond was kind of letting, like, she was not in control of the skating was in control of her.
Yeah,
Like, Cow needs, like, I'm excited for in the future if he's able to, like, harness that power. Because in, like, that first season after the Olympics when he had the Beauty and the Beast, like, he was doing it. Like,
yeah.
that program was really good for him. I
That was
like
such
the
a good
Umbrellas of
program.
Cherbourg.
Yeah.
I think it works for him. Um, I don't love the short, I gotta be honest.
Is it the Wood Kid still?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's not
I
my
mean,
favorite.
Wood Kid has kind of become like a cliche at some
Yeah.
point for like a men's skater. Um, but his jumps are just so good. Like
When he hits.
pulling out that quad toe, triple toe in the second half of the free skate, or like in the
Yeah.
back half. Like he's gritty. Like he can grit it out if he needs to.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
I think he needs to trim his bangs before the Olympics. His hair is kind of getting in his face a little bit.
everyone, you know what? Everyone except June Cha should get like a little bit of a glow up, like a doll up before the Olympics.
Yeah, these men's
They could
get like
use
Shidorov. I don't
cut the
know
hair
what
just
I
a little
envision for
bit.
his hair. Yeah, a little bit of a
A little
haircut.
bit.
Boyong, a little bit of a haircut. I think could be smoothed out a little bit. Um, June, great.
Everyone, June has no problems. Maybe just maintain the hair. Maintain
Yes.
the hair, and his skin's always so good too. Like,
Uh,
yeah. Everyone deserves to look their best at the Olympics. We're just looking out for
yes.
them. So,
Yes.
um, well, do you have any final thoughts on the four continents?
I have one dumb little thought.
Okay.
Um, Jae Kyun Lee, the South Korean skater who was ranked very high in the short and then had a rough free skate.
Yeah.
I don't want to punch down, but he's skating to Rachmaninoff and a concerto number two in the free skate.
Yes, yes.
And this is a problem that I noticed with him and with Stephen Gogolev, who's also skating to Rock 2. Um, Rock 2 is not green. It's not a green shirt like Steven's wearing, and it's not a red shirt like Jakey's wearing. That is blue.
It's a
Rock
blue.
2 is blue.
Yeah.
Don't try to don't mess with the classics.
I don't mind the green shirt. I definitely don't think Rock 2 is red, though.
No.
It's not red. So, well, Clayton and I will be back this week doing our Olympic previews, getting you ready for the Olympic Games coming up in the next couple weeks. And during the Olympics, I will have little live shows after the short programs for each event, and probably for the first 2 days of the team event.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are we gonna cover the team event?
Yeah, I'll do that too. So the third day won't. We'll do our general recap that day. And you know where to be here at the Blades and Banner. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys, and thank you,
Bye.
Cam.
Thank you. Bye, guys.